So now, as we have discussed about generation of action membrane potential, the next step will be we will discuss about in detail about it. So next step is voltage gated sodium channel. As we have seen here, it is voltage gated sodium channel. Through this there will be influx of, this is voltage gated sodium channel, there will be influx of sodium. It has actually two gates, like you can see here, outer gate and inner gate. The outer gate will be closed during resting phase. During this phase it will be closed. As we have seen, when this potential is gained, it will open up. So it means this gate will open up when there will be threshold potential. So outer gate will remain closed during resting phase, and inner gate, it is already opened up during resting phase. So when there will be generation of action membrane potential, outer gate will open up. They will just need to open up the outer gate and there will be influx of sodium. Outer gate will open up, influx of sodium, and inside of cell become less negative. As you have seen, from minus 75 to 0 MV, it has become less negative. And now about voltage gated potassium channel. As we have seen, it has only one gate here. It has only one gate, and through this there will be efflux of potassium ions. It has only one gate. Inner gate remain closed during resting phase. It will remain closed during resting phase, and when this potential will be gained, this specific potential, it will open up and there will be efflux of potassium, and inside the cell become more negative. As positive charge is losing, there will be the cell will be more negative, and it will come back to its resting phase, original state, minus 90 MV. So the next is, we will see on how on different cells how on different cells action membrane potential can be generated. So we will see the effect on different cells. First of all, we will have a look on SAV node cell, and then we will have a look on atrial ventricle myocardium cells. But before that, we discuss the normal phenomena to give you an idea of how the action membrane potential is generated in different cells. So first of all, we will have a look on SAV node. As we have discussed earlier, the resting membrane potential for SAV node is minus 75, and atrial myocardium is minus 90, and RBC is minus 20. So here we are studying about SAV node cell. So its RMP is minus 75 MV. So now when it will be on resting membrane potential, there will be this charge minus 95 MV, and there will be automatic sodium leak channel, and at this point there will be automatically leakage of sodium into the cell. There will be influx of sodium into the cell through the sodium leak channel, and sodium will be entered into the cell, and as positive charge is entering into the cell, it will become less negative, and the charge will come from minus 75 to minus 60 MV, and it will be less negative because positive charge is entered into the cell. So this is threshold potential for SAV node cell. And threshold potential, before this we discussed threshold potential was minus 75, but for this specific cell the threshold potential is minus 60 MV. So at this point, at this specific voltage, because of this voltage has been gained, there will be opening of calcium leak channel. Voltage gated calcium leak channel will open up due to this voltage threshold potential, and when voltage gated calcium channel will open up, there will be influx of calcium. Calcium will enter into this cell. It is also a positive ion, and there is entry into the cell, so it will bring positive charge into the cell, and it will become less negative and more positive. So from minus 60 to 0 MV, it will get at a point of 0 MV. At this point there is no charge at the cell, so that's why we will call it as depolarization. Means there is no polarization, there is no charge, neither it is positive and nor it is negative. So it will be 0 MB because of entry of calcium ion into the cell and entry of positive ions into the cell. So it will become more positive and less negative. It will be 0 MB and it will be called as depolarization, means there is no charge, there is no polarization at this point. So when there will be depolarization 0 MB, at this point the calcium will not stop coming inside, because this is not its ending point. It will come inside the cell more and more until it will make the charge of plus 20 MB. When the inside cell become plus 20 MB, the calcium channel will automatically close and the cell charge will become plus 20 MB. So it is called as, this stage is called as reversal of polarization, means the original poles, original charge, as you can see it was negative, it has been reversed, it has been opposite to that, which means it is positive. So from negative to positive it has become reversed. So that's why reversal of polarization. This stage and this stage will be due to influx of calcium, and this stage will be influx of sodium. So now the cell has become positive, more positive, and the cell have to come back to its original state, like minus 75 MB, the single membrane potential. So from positive to make it from positive to negative, cell have to lose some charge. That's why there will be opening of voltage gated potassium channel, and there will be efflux of potassium and there will be efflux of positive ions. So there will be loss, as there will be loss of positive ions, it will become more negative. Positive charge will be lost out and it will become more negative, and it will come at a point where the charge will become minus 75 MB, and it will be called as depolarization. This stage is depolarization. Why depolarization? Because the original pole has been gained. Repolarization means the original pole minus 75 MB has been gained back. So now as we have seen, there is influx of calcium, there is influx of sodium, and there is influx of potassium. So the cell's original ionic balance is damaged. There is imbalance of ions in the cells. So to make it in the balanced state, we have this sodium potassium ATPase. Sodium potassium ATPase will act like 3 sodium outside the cell and 2 potassium inside the cell, because there is a lot of influx of sodium and lot of influx of potassium. So to make it balanced, 3 sodium outside and 2 potassium inside. As we have seen earlier, as we have seen here, there is calcium influx. So to make calcium outside the cell, to lose some calcium, to make the efflux of calcium, we have this sodium calcium counter transporter. It means it will take the calcium outside and move the sodium inside. So in this way we will do the correction of ionic imbalance. I am telling you once again, like there is influx of sodium, calcium and efflux of potassium. So to make the efflux of calcium, to make it go outside, we have this sodium calcium counter transporter. So through this transporter we will make this calcium go out, and due to this transporter more sodium will come in. As sodium will be in a huge amount from here and here, so we have to make sodium go outside, and already a lot of potassium has been lost. So we have to make potassium inside to make the ionic imbalance. So two transporter will act in this sodium calcium transporter, counter transporter, and sodium potassium ATPase. Through this there will be 3 sodium outside and 2 potassium inside the cell, and at this stage there will be correction of ionic imbalance. So Now there is this sodium inside the cell, and already because of a lot of sodium is coming inside the cell, so there will be a huge amount of sodium. So there is this from SAAV node cell to atrial ventricular myocardium cell, there is a leak channel. It is called as gap. You can say it junction disc or gap junction. You can call it gap junction or junction disc. Through this, sodium will leak down to the atrial ventricular myocardium, and as it was already in resting membrane phase, potential resting phase minus 90 MV, from here to there sodium has been transferred, and the sodium has positive charge in it, and it is the influx, so that's why it will become more negative, as we have discussed earlier, that when we have a positive charge influx, it will become more positive and less negative, so it will become less negative to minus 75 MV, and minus 75 MV is the threshold potential. So threshold potential it means at this stage cell will come into its action phase. So to do now it's been activated because of this at this specific voltage. Because of this specific voltage, so voltage gated sodium channel will open up, and because of this there will be influx of sodium, and a lot of influx of sodium, and as it is moved inside the cell, positive charge, it will become more positive and less negative, and 0 MV, it will come at a point of 0 MV. The 0 MV, as there is no pole, not positive pole or not negative charge, it is called as depolarization, and it will keep coming inside until it has reached at a point of plus 32 MV, and this is called as reversal of polarization, because there is reversal of its original pole minus to positive. It has been reversed into minus into positive from minus. So at this specific voltage, because of this specific voltage, calcium or chloride, there will be influx of calcium, there will be influx of chloride or influx of potassium. Chloride is a negatively charged molecule, so when there will be influx of chloride, it means negative charge will enter up, and or if there is influx of potassium, it means there will be influx of positive charge, and it means it will become negative. So either one of them will happen, and it will become less negative, less positive, and it will come at plus 28 MV. This phase is called as dip. Because of these negative ions, it has become less positive, so it has come to plus 28 MV. It is called as dip, and for some time it will remain at this charge, and how it will remain at this this charge, like because of these ions, either there will be efflux of potassium ion, loss of positive charge, or there will be influx of calcium ion, influx of calcium charge, but it will be in equal charges, as this is anti of positive ions and this is exit of positive ions. So this will create minus charge, and this will create positive charge, but in equal amounts. So there will be no change in voltage. It is still here, it's positive 28 MV, and this is plateau phase. Plateau phase, why plateau phase? Because for some time it has been standing, it has been still at the same voltage, plus 28 MV. So now, as it has become already a lot of positive plus 28 MV, now cell has to, at this point, the voltage gated potassium channel will open up, cell has to come back to its original state, so it will lose potassium channel. Because of lose of potassium channel, there will be negative charge, and cell will become negative, and it will gain a voltage of minus 90 MV. This is called as repolarization, because it has come back to its original pose. come back to its original voltage or its original potential. So now there is again there is imbalance of ions. As you have seen, there is influx of sodium, influx of chloride, influx of potassium, influx of calcium, influx of potassium, and like this. So same like this, two transporter will act on this sodium calcium counter transporter, and through this we will make this calcium go out of the cell, and by with this transporter there will be influx of sodium. So through this sodium potassium ATPase there will be influx of sodium. We will make this sodium go out. This sodium go out of the three sodium molecules outside the cell, and as we have seen already, a lot of potassium has been lost. There is a lot of efflux of potassium, so two potassium atoms are made to come back in the cell. So through this we will have the correction of ionic imbalance. We will correct the ionic imbalance. So these are the two different stages of two different methods of action membrane potential on SAAV node cell and atrioventricular myocardium. This process is same, the stages is same, everything is same, just there is difference of their resting membrane potential and threshold potential, because every cell has their own nature. So SAAV node has this voltage and atrioventricular myocardium